brand new article coming to us from Fox News I want to share with you. It's just their take on some of the investigation clues that are revealed. But in it, there was some information that was said that I hadn't heard. And so I'm interested in breaking it down with you and talking about it. It was written and released today. It says the Idaho murders Bryan Kohberger investigation clues revealed as the court unseals a heavily redacted document. And this document's important because we're able to see new dates added to the timeline of the investigation. It says nearly a month after a tactical raid in the Poconos led to the arrest of Bryan Kohberger, police sought a search warrant for his TINDER activity, according to heavily redacted court records appeal. And I'll show you, because Sleuthy Goosey made a really great timeline of these things. I'll show it to you and break it down for you. All of the things that were searched for, when and where. Dozens of sealed warrants became public on Friday, but only in an extremely limited fashion. The documents have been stripped of information that would have shown what police uncovered if they were asked for the warrants. However, they revealed that detectives are still gathering evidence and shed some light on how they made their way through the complicated investigation that led them down 2,500 miles to all the way to Albrightsville. So I'll go ahead and put this up here. This, again, is compliments of Sleuthy Goosey. You need to go follow her over on Twitter, because she does an amazing job. So November 16th, there's an order to seal. You guys can see that over here. There's a tower dump. There's cell phone, Verizon, T-Mobile. This T-Mobile was on November 18th. It's 2 redacted unknown subscriber phone numbers. They're asking for all the customer information, device purchase info, email, detail records, cell sites, cell towers. Same kind of thing coming from Verizon. One thing, AT&T, total tower dump. So that was very early on. And we begin to see, starting on a date requested, and it was returned in December. But on November 19th, there was a request for Bank of America for everybody. You can see at the top, Madison Mogen, Kaylee Gonsalves, Ethan Chapin, Xander Kernodle, redacted person 1, redacted person 2, redacted person 3. It's easy to guess who 2 of the redacted are. We'll have to figure out who the third person is. You may have an idea. But they're asking Bank of America, all reports. Cash App, all reports. Umpqua Bank, all reports. PayPal and Venmo, which are the same company, all reports. And one thing that I thought was interesting is when we're looking at these information requests on November 20th, the first person that they're beginning to request information from is Kaylee Gonsalves. It's something that we've had an assumption from the beginning. We don't obviously know if it's accurate, but there's been multiple reports about Kaylee Gonsalves being sort of the person that was the target. It was reported by Bryan Inton during his special, his first ever, primetime special that he did. His report was that Kaylee Gonsalves suffered significantly worse wounds than the other people that were involved. And so that information here that we're seeing is they're requesting only Kaylee Gonsalves' Facebook and Instagram, not Madison's, not Ethan's, not Xana's, not the other 3 redacted people, only Kaylee Gonsalves. And they're also requesting her Reddit information, which is kind of unique. Part of the thing that I was thinking of that they could possibly be requesting her Reddit information for is because she was really interested in true crime. What was she doing on Reddit, and why do they want information about her Reddit? But then the next day that they're asking information is the very next day, on the 21st, and they ask only for Madison Mogen's Snapchat. I find that interesting, considering we know that Xander Kernodle was actually awake during these hours. So the sequencing of these requests don't actually make a whole lot of sense in my mind. And one of the things that they're doing that's different about Madison Mogen's is they're only asking for information between August 1st and November 19th, but on everyone else's, they're asking between August 1st and December 20th. So tell me how that makes sense on her Snapchat. But they're asking for Snapchats from everybody, including the 3 folks redacted. Those will all return on November 29th. They're asking for Apple, Instagram and Facebook of Ethan Chapin. I mean, this is the next day. Why did they ask for Kaylee Gonsalves before everyone else? They're asking for account ended in 1841. They're asking for all subscriber information. They're asking, for pretty much anything attached to their devices. And these Apple and Facebook requests appear to only be for Madison, Kaylee, Ethan, and Xana. The other folks who were redacted were not able to see that information. On November 28th, we see another slew of requests, this time for Idaho Department of Labor, Wells Fargo, Discover, Numerica, American Express, Banner Bank, P1FCU, and the Idaho Central Credit Union. So all of this information, they're just trying to get down to the bottom of what's happening. It's likely that not all of them had American Express cards. It's likely that not all of them had Discover cards. It's likely that all of them didn't have accounts at Wells Fargo, but they're just asking. And by the way, now we're all the way up to 5 redacted people, and they're asking this information not just for the initial 4 victims and the other 3 people, but they're asking this information for the other redacted folks as well. So this is for a total of 9 people. We also see broad and unnamed requests for Walmart, Amazon, T-Mobile, eBay, Apple that's ordered to seal, Apple that's ordered to seal. So they're using to the best of their ability to extract data and information from a wide swath of people. We see from the Idaho Central Credit Union as well. And then again, for the first time, before they're requesting it from anybody else, we're seeing a request into Kaylee Gonsalves's Tinder account. I think that this is really important for us to pay attention to. She's the only one that they're doing a request for Yahoo. So we have her being requested before anyone else for Facebook and Instagram. She's the only one that there's a request for. Reddit, she's the only one there's a request for. Tinder and Yahoo. And then we see Facebook requests all the way across the board for the 4 in the initial 3 redacted folks. And this is including all contact and personal information. We're seeing just a general request for the UPS. There was an order to seal a request from the Coeur d'Alene Police Forensic Lab, which I wonder what they could be requesting from them. We finally see several days later, a week later, Tinder request for Madison Mogen, and then just a broad and unnamed Tinder request. This is for 19 different Tinder accounts. These are likely anybody that Kaylee Gonsalves would have matched with, is my guess on there. And so she matched with 19 people. They request Madison Mogen. She matched with 20 people. So that's what I think is going on there. So and those returns came back pretty fast too from Tinder. We're seeing some Tinder hits there. Extreme Networks, which is the company that Kaylee Gonsalves was working for, they're requesting decrypted access to the computer. It was her work computer. They're wanting to be able to get inside of it. And then Elan Financial Services, they want all open counts, signature cards, monthly statements. Again, if you guys go through this list, Kaylee Gonsalves is the individual they're asking for the most information from. And it's interesting, the first request from Bryan Kohberger is not until December 23rd. We don't have one single request from Bryan Kohberger until December 23rd. They're asking for everything from his phone number, which has been redacted, everything from any of his Google accounts. That wasn't until January 3rd, which is after he's already been arrested. A broad, unnamed request from AT&T. They are doing a search on his external hard drive. Search warrant and related document unknown. Washington State University unknown. Dropbox unknown. My guess is that Dropbox belonged to Bryan Kohberger. And then we see on January 25th a request for Tinder. We don't see another request on Tinder for any accounts that he would have matched with. Either he didn't match with anybody or they haven't revealed that information yet. And then they requested from Yik Yak. Yik Yak's an app where if you're within a 5-mile radius, you're able to have communications with folks. So lots of things going on here. I don't know exactly what we can make sense of it, but I think we should do our best. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you think. is worth looking at. And I do want to let you guys know this channel is totally crowdfunded, which means we can't do what we do unless people like you come alongside and support us. So I want to invite you, if you get value from this this channel and the content that we create, just an invitation. Don't feel obligated, but if you're interested in helping us, you can support us through PayPal. It's Tyler Feller, Cash App, $, Tyler Feller 22, or Venmo at Tyler-Feller. It's down at the bottom of the screen. Thank you guys and appreciate your support.